Yo, what's up guys? So I just recorded a 60-minute video and realized that my mic that I was using to plug into my computer is broken. It's been glitching and the sound was horrible. So I had to delete that entire video. And if the sound is not too good right now, I apologize. I just bought a new mic and it's gonna come in a couple of days. So hopefully I get that and the sound is good. But a bit of a bummer, and right now I have to use the desktop mic, so it's really fucking bad. But I still wanted to create a video for today and get something out there. So I found a very interesting video and I wanted to play it for you guys and kind of give you my take on it. And yeah, let's see what it's about.
Brian, did you just say that you don't like challenges?
Yeah, when it comes to dating, no, I don't.
Okay, I think you're just self-admitting and not being an alpha, because that's what makes some relationships more exciting and for the guys to keep pursuing, because if it was safe and stable, it kind of gets boring.
No.
That's how girls.
Okay, first off, we're talking about dating. I absolutely engage in challenging things when it comes to my business, when it comes to all that. I'm not shying away from challenge. When it comes to dating, again, Proverbs 21:19, better to live in a desert than with a quarrelsome and nagging wife. I don't want my partner to be a challenge. I don't want to date a fence-sitter chick. I don't want to date a girl who's playing hard to get, because if you play hard to get, you quickly become hard to want.
Wait, Brian, did you just...
Interesting video, right? I think this is how a lot of women think men actually want their relationships to be like. They think that just because they function and operate like that, where they want to feel like they have to chase the man. You know, because no woman wants a man that is super easy to get, that is constantly showering them with love and attention and compliments. I mean, at some point it's nice, but it gets old pretty quickly for women. Women want to be able to fight for their men. They want to be able to struggle a little bit to get the validation of their man, because it's so easy for women to get validation from men. And when they finally find that man that is prioritizing his work and his purpose over her, she will always try to fight to get on top of his priority list. It will always be like a pursuit of hers, where she will always try to get better and climb higher. That's how women work, and that's how they think men work. We men are the complete opposite, polar opposite. That's the last thing we want. We men, we have enough stress, enough headache, enough hardship, enough shit and responsibilities we gotta deal with. The last thing we want is a nagging fucking bitch that pisses us off when we come home. I'm sorry to say this, but my ex, you know, obviously towards the end of our relationship, we're still on good terms. We're still friends in that sense. But towards, in the midst of our relationship, it was bad. She was very nagging and I wasn't that assertive. I didn't put my foot down and, you know, put clear boundaries. But towards the end, it got better, of course. But, you know, this is not something men want. I didn't want it in my past relationship, and I made it very clear, and towards the end it got better. But then, you know, obviously we had different goals. I moved out to Thailand temporarily. I'm still here, and you know, she, you know, went into her, you know, studies and her career and wanted to prioritize that. And it is what it is, you know, stuff happens, people grow apart, it's not a big deal. But my point is that when I had that in my relationship, where she was nagging and trying to be a challenge for me, it's the last thing I wanted, because I had so many struggles at that period, right? And she learned that with time and got less naggy. She wasn't perfect, but no one is. But she improved dramatically, and our relationship, in my opinion, got better. And that's how it's supposed to be, and that's what men want. We men, the last thing we want when we come home to our girl is for her to nag us. We don't want that challenge. We're already challenged in every other part of our lives. In every other area, we are challenged. The last thing we want is to be challenged by our woman. Our woman is supposed to be our peace. This is what women do not get. A man wants a woman to be his peace. Through all the struggle and the pain, we want that femininity in our woman to be our peace, to nurture our soul when it hurts, when life gets really tough. We want our woman to support us emotionally and be there for us and nurture our souls. This is what women do best. They are nurturing creatures, something that men aren't. They are more empathetic than we are. They are more sympathetic than we are. They are better nurturers. That's why, most daycares consist of female, daycare workers, because they are better nurturers than men. I wouldn't want to drop off my children at a only male, daycare, where the males are the nurturers. I wouldn't want that. It's weird. It's fucking strange. I would only want to do that knowing there are a lot of women personnel that can take care of my child if I drop them off at daycare, right? And this is the strength of women. And they don't realize that strength. They go against that strength and decide to be the opposite of nurturing, which is to be nagging and thinking that men want what they want, which is to chase. We don't want to chase. We're already chasing and trying to solve all our problems and all the shit that's going on in our lives. The last thing we want is to come home to another thing we have to solve and chase. It's not what we want. That's going to ruin a relationship. And this is what she doesn't get in this video. And this is what a lot of women do not get either. So this is what men want. Peace and a nurturing feminine woman. Like that's all we want. If a woman is feminine and nurturing and our peace, bro, we're willing to die for that woman. Like any man would die for a woman like that. That's all we want. We don't want a nagging bitch. It's the last thing we want. But a lot of women think we want what they want. And that couldn't be further from the truth. We want something entirely different. And it doesn't make us less alpha because we don't want to handle that shit. No man wants to handle a non-agreeable and annoying and nagging bitch. No man wants to handle that. We don't want to handle a woman. We want a woman that is just easy to deal with. We don't want problems and life to be easy for us, because as men, we always pursue and we always want to achieve more. And our struggles and our goals are supposed to be hard. But our woman is our woman. It's not supposed to be difficult to deal with your own woman. That's the last thing we want. It's completely different to purpose and pursuits of goals. Completely different. So a lot of women get this wrong. And hopefully there are some women watching this that maybe it hits home. Maybe you're always nagging your man and you think you're doing the right thing. You're not. Leave him the fuck alone. He will love you even more. Obviously, if he's not pursuing goals, if he doesn't have ambition, and if he's just a fucking bum, you should probably leave him to begin with. That's probably why you're nagging him, because you see potential in him and you want him to perform to that potential. But if you have a man that's doing everything in his power to do right by himself and you shouldn't nag him. Be his peace. If he has ambition and if he has potential, support him. It's gonna go further than you nagging him, right? But again, if he's a fucking bum, you shouldn't nag him. You should just probably fucking leave him. And that's why a lot of women, to be fair, they nag their men because they are bums. But if they're not bums, if they actually have ambition, and in my opinion, someone that's not a bum is not just someone who is rich and has a lot of things and is doing really well for himself. It may be someone on the come up, a man on the come up that may be struggling right now, but is really working to change his life. That's not a bum. That's an ambitious man. Don't nag a man like that. That's a man you want in your life, because he's gonna give you the fucking world when he eventually makes it. Don't nag him. Be his support, be his peace, be his nurturer. He's gonna reward you tenfold. But if he's a bum, fucking leave him. If you're nagging him already, I get it, but leave him. It's better, because there's no hope for bums. Real bums that have no ambitions, the worst kinds of men. Stay away from them. But don't be like this bitch in this video. Do not be like this. This is not what we men want. We want a nurturing soul. That's always what we're going to want. We don't want to battle our woman. We don't want a challenge when we come home. It doesn't make us alpha to want that. It makes us simps to want to deal with a woman like that. if you could put your foot down and say, I'm not going to deal with this bullshit. If you're going to be like this, you can go sleep with your moms tonight. And if you keep behaving like this, I'm breaking up with you. You got to put your foot down as a man, because you have to make it clear for a woman that this is not what you want. If she really loves you, she'll stick by your side and she will change her behavior. If she doesn't, she's going to leave. But truth be told, a lot of women that do this to their men, they're testing their men. They want to test their men to see what they're made of. If they're actually men and can be assertive and put their foot down. A lot of men will not put their foot down. They will just take it like fucking cucks. But the men that can put their foot down and say, no, I'm not going to deal with this shit, she's going to be more attracted to you. So try that shit out, guys. It's going to do you way, way better. And yeah, to the women, this is not what we want. So change your fucking behavior, or you're going to be left by your man. And if that is a man worth having, you're going to regret it when he dumps your ass. So be very careful with how you treat your man. And as a man, you need to be very careful with how you deal with this kind of fuckery. But yeah, that's it for me, guys. I thought this video was pretty interesting and I wanted to give you my take on it. Again, I hope the video quality is good. I hope you can hear me properly, because I just recorded a 60-minute video prior to this one. Didn't work. Mic was awful. The mic quality was awful. It was glitching, so I had to buy a new mic. And yeah, hopefully I can get on top of that very, very soon. Pretty annoying, but yeah. That's it for me, guys, and I'll see you tomorrow. Cheers.